Hi everyone, this is Kathleen Desio, and I want to welcome you to Mailchimp 101 Reloaded. And I'm saying reloaded because I had already created a Mailchimp 101 video, but at the time our collateral or assets, and I use those terms interchangeably, were located in Miche University. Now all of our assets are now centrally located in our business center. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to walk you through creating a simple newsletter for October. If you want to, get fancy and add, the text and your own images and so forth, you can do that. And I really encourage you to play around with the system. But for today, I'm going to show you how to set up a basic newsletter. I'm going to show you how to add your links to it and how to get it out to your list. And I am going to presuppose that you have imported your list from the BC or from Connect Plus if you had done it at that time. So I'm going to start here, and you can see we're looking at the Mailchimp dashboard, and that's home base. That's where you're going to start. But what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to switch right over to the business center. And what I like to do, I like to pull up the Miche Mailchimp asset. So let's go into business resources. And right in business resources, if you scroll down the list, you can see we have our Mailchimp assets. So I'm going to pull up our monthly assets. Now what I like to do, I like to have all of these open at the top of my screen. So I'm going to open all of these graphics, including, if you noticed, I opened the full newsletter. I like to do that as a guide in setting up my newsletter. Now, you don't necessarily have to do exactly, or you don't have to follow Miche's format exactly, but it's a good layout for you. It's a good guide. Okay, and there's their newsletter. Okay, so we can see basically how they would set it up. So let's use that as our guide. So I'm going to go back into Mailchimp. And we're going to create a campaign. So let's set this up. And that would be the regular old campaign. You don't have to worry about these other items. And normally I would send it to my Miche contacts. I'm going to send this to Test. Test is set up to email to my email address. I don't want to send it to my Miche contacts because I did already get out my October newsletter to them. So let's hit next. And what we're going to do, we're going to name the campaign. So normally what I would do, I would name this the October 2014 newsletter. And I'm going to also add test to that, okay? And email subject. You can get as creative as you like. I would not, I personally wouldn't just put Miche newsletter or anything like that, because I'm always afraid that's going to get caught in spam. So you can be a little inventive. You could say something like, see what's new for Miche in October. Don't use exclamation points. Okay, that's another big flag for spam. So that's going to be my email subject. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to, from name, I'm going to say Miche by Kathleen Desio. I find that that's the easiest way for my customers and clients and potential customers to recognize who's sending them this email. And it's coming from my email address, so that's already all set up in there. So I'm going to hit next. And now we have our basic setup. Now they're asking me to select the template. The template you want to use is the one column drag and drop. So we're going to hit select. And now we have a basic format. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to grab an image box. You can see over here, there are all different kinds of boxes you can add to this newsletter. We're going to just use the simple image box. And I'm going to put that, now see, as soon as I drag it, you can see that there is a basic template with boxes set up. So I'm going to go beneath the design your email box, and I'm going to drop this block right there. And you can see it's asking me to upload an image. So I'm going to hit browse. Now the nice trick is you don't actually have to download these images to to your computer. You can just keep them open on the top of your screen. So I'm going to hit import from URL or URL, and you can see here I'll be able to plug that in, but first I have to actually capture a URL. So this is the format right here of our newsletter, and she's actually the first one that I would really want to drop in is this Hope Fashion at the Speed of Life. So I'm going to click on that URL. I'm going to hit Control C to copy, and I'm going to go back to Mailchimp, import from URL, and I'm going to hit Control V is paste, and click import. And then you can see the images dropped in. I'm going to hit save and close, because that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to drop in all my images, and then I'm going to worry about links. Okay, so let's drop in another image box. Okay, we're going to hit browse again. Now let's look at what we have. We already dropped this one in, so I'm going to close this window out, so I know I already did that. So next should be Give Hope, Get Hope. So let's find that one. It's not that. There we go. Give Hope, Get Hope. Control C to copy, or you can also, have your cursor up there or arrow, and you can just right click and hit copy. Okay, I like to use the shortcuts. Go back to Mailchimp, import from URL, and again, you can just have your cursor in there. If you right click, you can hit paste, okay, or Control V. Import, and there it is. Save and close. You always want to save, okay, and that's what I'm going to continue to do here. I'm just going to drop these images in. Browse. Let's get rid of one we already used, Give Hope, Get Hope. And we want October specials next. Oh, where is it? There we go. Control C, copy. And let's drop that in, import from URL. And you can see this is actually pretty easy. Okay, save and close. It's just a matter of doing it. Anything that's worthwhile, there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. But Mailchimp is actually fairly simple once you do it a couple of times. Okay? So which one was that we dropped in? Was this one? Let's get rid of that. Okay, next we should have add some sparkle. So I saw that up front. It's kind of like a memory game. And we're going to drop in the sparkle. Remember, Control V is your shortcut to paste. No idea what that was about. Okay, and we're going to drop in another image. Browse. Next, we should be dropping in hosting a party. Let's close this one out. Control C to copy. Import from URL. Control V is paste. Import. And there it is. We'll save that. Let's drop in another image. Browse. Must be this one. Of course, it's the last one I select. We're going to get rid of that one. Let's look at what we have. Next would be holiday shopping, and then join our team. So let's copy this URL. Import. Control V. Import. And there it is. Save and close. Gets to be kind of routine. And let's drop another image in. Browse. And we use this one. All we have left is join our team. Control C to copy. import from URL, Control V, import. Okay, save and close. So right now we have all of our images in Mailchimp. The only other image we don't have in there would be our header. And that's really up to you what you'd like to do. I mean, you can go into your business center and take a look. You can look at our Facebook covers. That's another place to look for good header images. What do we have here? Give Hope, Get Hope. You could use that. I personally think it's too similar to the rest of the the rest of the newsletter. So how about let's take a look at fall fashion. So this looks like a one that you could use. Let's see if there's anything else. But you can really be creative and reflect your personality. What's this one? Well, I'm a New Yorker, so I'm going to use this one. Okay, so I'm going to drop this one in. Okay, you can see now that the header is already there. So I'm just going to click this little pencil. Pencil is edit. Okay, so I'm going to click the little pencil. I'm going to click browse again because it's an image. Import from URL. Control V. Okay, import, and it's in. Okay, save and close. Now you have this other little paragraph here. Okay, if you want to, you can customize this and you can add language, your own personal language and information. I would suggest you do that. Okay, you don't have to. You can just send it without this, but it's actually pretty easy. And you can come up with a cute little header like fall into style with Miche. Easy as that. So we'll just delete their header and say see what's new for October. Okay, and you can create a little language. It's just that maybe some news about you. You can fill in whatever you want here. You can add links. I'm going to show you a neat little trick though. If you have the e-sig signature, which I think everybody should have because it's wonderful. It's a great interactive tool. It should be your signature on your email. I'm going to show you how you can actually add that to your newsletter. Okay, and then you can also track those links, so it's kind of cool. So if you click install e-sig, all you have to do, you drop your cursor here and you start, you hold down a key and you start highlighting. Okay, you just highlight the whole thing and you can right click if you'd like, you hit copy image, or you can do the old Control C. Okay, now you're going to go back to your newsletter and you can see I have the cursor flashing there. You can hit Control V, or you can right click and, well, is it going to let me? No. Alright, so let's see if it does it here. Yep. Okay, and you can just paste. And now I just dropped in my e-sig information. Save and close. So now we're going to scroll up and you're going to see my e-sig information is right in there. Okay, in that paragraph. My suggestion is, if you are going to use this paragraph, drop in a divider, okay, between that paragraph and the rest of the newsletter so it kind of flows nicely. And just hit save and close. Okay? If you don't want to do this, you can just delete this little paragraph, okay, this box. These are all boxes. See the little garbage can here? I'm going to hit that garbage can. You're about to delete a content block. Do you want to do that? Yes, delete. Okay? So you don't need it. All right? You don't have to do it. If you want to do it, you can, but you don't have to. Okay? So now here's our newsletter. But if I just sent it out like this, I would be missing out on some great reporting features. This is something that we have that we did not have with Connect Plus. Okay? You can add custom links to the images and text in your newsletter. And those custom links are trackable. So you will be able to access the reports and you will be able to see what links were clicked on and who clicked on them. Why is that important? when you have links that are linked to your website to find out information about maybe joining your team or hosting a party, you want to know if someone is clicking on those links and who they are so you can follow up with them. Okay? Now I'm going to show you how to do just that. First thing I'm going to do, let's close out some of these extra boxes. We'll get rid of these windows because we don't need them. But what I'm going to ask you to do is what you want to have your PWS open. Okay? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my PWS up. Okay. So let's look at what we have. Okay? Our first thing is hope. So what we're going to do, we're going to edit this hope image. Okay, see it says edit block. And what we're going to do, okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to link this hope image to a page on my PWS. So let's take a look. What would that be applicable to? About Miche. Let's pick about Miche giving back, because that's what hope's really all about. Okay, and we're going to copy that URL. We're going to go back to our newsletter, and you can see here you've got a couple things you can do. You can replace the image. We don't want to do that. We don't want to edit the image, but we do want to link it. So we're going to click on that, and it asks if we want to link to a web address. Yes, we do. So we're going to Control V, and we're going to insert that link. So now if a email recipient clicks on that image, they will go to my personal website and they will see some information about the Hope program. Okay. Next we have our new October releases, which is the Hope program. So all the Hope shells and the watch. So we're going to click edit and we're going to click link, and then I'm going back to my PWS. I'm hitting shop. And I'm going to click on new releases because I know all of the Hope items are there. Okay, a couple little extra things, but I'm going to click on that and feel like they can look through some of the other new items because maybe they'll be interested in some of that bling. So Control C, copying that link, Control V to paste it in that web box, insert. And I'm going to save and close. Okay. October specials, we're going to edit this one and add the link. Link. Okay. And we're going to look under host a Miche party. You'll see the last one is Miche promotions. That's what we want to link to. Control C. I'm going to drop that link in. Insert. Save and close. I think you guys will get the drill. Add some sparkle. Let's edit this one. Link. And we're going to go to shop. And we can either use new releases or we can just go to jewelry. Let's see what jewelry looks like. And again, this is a personal decision, what you prefer to do. I'm going to link to new releases because I think there's a lot of jewelry to look through and I really want them to see those gorgeous new fall pieces. So we're going to hit new releases, and you know the jewelry is in there as well as Hope. So again, Control C. And I'm going to paste that, Control V. I know by the time you guys are done putting together a newsletter, you're going to be absolute experts. Okay, host a party. Let's edit that one. And we're going to hit link. Now, there are two different things you can do. You could go to host a party, okay, and link this, okay, if you want to give them information on linking. However, what you can also link to is an email address, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit link email address. I'm going to put my email address. And the message subject, I'm going to make, I want more info on hosting a Miche party. Okay, I'm not going to fill out the message body. I'll let them do that. But what this will do, it will automatically open their email client to send you an email about hosting a Miche party. So you can do that, or you could actually link to that area on your PWS. But I wanted to show you how to insert an email address instead of a web link. Okay, holiday shopping. Actually, you know what? Yeah, well, the other one, let's go. We can also make this an email one. See, this is about contacting you early for a personal shopping experience. So I would do this also as an email link. And again, it's your personal preference. I want to shop Miche. Okay, and then you can do that. All right, and like I said, with the other one, you can actually link to the hostess area on your website. And I think having linked my email to that one, I am going to change this, and it's very easy. Okay, link. I'm going to, instead of email address, I'm going to bring the drop down menu again, and I'm going to put web address. I'm going to go to this part, okay, and I'm going to, it's about the Miche, hosting a Miche party, and I'm going to copy that link, paste, and I'm going to insert that instead of the email address. Okay, so they can find out more about that. And because at the end of the story about the, hosting a Miche party, they can click on I'm ready to party, so they can always get me that way too. So let's go back in. We already took care of holiday shopping. Join my team. This is an important one. Edit, link, and what I like to do is I like to link to the Miche lifestyle, or join my team. Let's see what the Miche lifestyle looks like. Yeah, let's do that one. Control C, and we're going to paste that, insert, save and close, right? Okay, so our basic email is all set up. What you want to do is this little box up here. Okay, a lot of times I forget about this box, but I've been pretty good about filling it in. You can click edit, and it says this is an area to give a little preview of your email's content. So I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to write, again, fall into style with Miche. Okay, save and close. Okay, so right now this newsletter is complete, and it's customized with my links. Okay, and if I wanted to, I could add a paragraph and add text and images of my own. Okay, and you can really customize this any way you want. It's so much more robust than Connect Plus. It just has a little bit more of a learning curve, and as you can see, it's really not that much more to do. You just have to, give it a chance and play around with it, but it really is so much more powerful, and you can really do so much more with it. So now our newsletter is done, and we're going to send it out. So we're going to click next, and it's going to check everything for us. We did our list, we have our subject line. Okay, what we need to do is resolve social cards. Social cards are like a little preview on Gmail and different email clients like that. They give a little preview, so we're going to take care of that. And you can select which image you want to pop up. So I think I'm going to use that one because I give hope, get hope, and you can see the Miche bags. I think that's a good idea. So let's put see what's new for Miche, in October, or something to that effect. And this is, we'll do again, give hope, get hope. And you can say that, you can, type whatever you want. See what's new for Miche. See what's new for Miche this month. Okay? Save and close. So what it is just to entice those people to actually open up your email. Everything else is in there. It's all correct. See all those nice little green check marks. That means we're good to go. And we're going to click that send button. And there's a little monkey finger ready to press the button. Are we ready to go? Yes. This is our moment of glory. We hit send now. and our campaign is ready to go out. It is really that easy. And you can track your performance in reports. You can also track it in mobile apps. It's available for both the iPhone, Android, and it is, again, a very robust program on the mobile devices. So I'm going to show you quickly in reports what it looks like, and if you can get an idea of what you can actually see. And I'm going to show you based on my newsletter that I had sent out. Okay, the one thing I want you not to be alarmed about, don't be alarmed about unsubscribes. That happens. There are certain people, they don't want to be inundated with emails, or maybe they're not interested anymore. I look at it as if they're doing me a favor that I don't have to be concerned about them. So I'm really not worried about that. But you can see, I can see that, 63 opened the email, 7 clicked, a couple bounced. I may have to take a look at those email addresses, make sure they're correct, okay? And I'm going to hit I want to see who clicked on what. Okay, and that's not what I want. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So here I can see how many clicks on each item, and what I want to show you is, where is it? Join the Miche lifestyle. You can see I had a click, so I'm going to click on that and see who that is. So you can see that this Yvonne Gramando, I'm going to want to follow up with her about about the Miche opportunity. And see, that's something that we didn't have, that kind of information under Connect Plus. That is very invaluable to us. Okay, so that's how to create a newsletter. There's obviously so much more you can do with Mailchimp and your Miche business, but I just want you to be able to get that newsletter out and get the information to your customers. If you have any questions, you can always find me on Facebook. You can email me. My email address is handbagsbykathleen@gmail.com. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions or help, but give it a shot. Have a great night.